What human beings can do is amazing. What they will do is usually disappointing. It's not because we're not capable of it. It's because we get in certain emotional states that dominate us, like anxiety, like fear of failure. If you're in a state of fear, you're going to behave very differently and get very different results than if you were in a place of being courageous or bold or warm or connected or playful, any of those. To change results, you got to change behavior. But to change behavior, you got to change the emotional state you're in. Good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. Strong people create good times. Most people major in minor things. You know, they know more about some actress's personal life than they know about their own physical body or their vitality or their energy or their emotion or their business or their career. The problem is that people don't have something that they're wanting to serve more than themselves. The next problem is that people think they have to know how. I call it the tyranny of how. You get all excited, I'm gonna do this, and then your brain goes, I've never done it before, oh my God, what did I say? I don't know how to do this. And they tend to focus on how to do it. And when you start with how, you're screwed. If you are in a situation, you think of the worst scenario, the minute you focus on them, you go into those states of fear, and then you behave fearful, and you get lousy results. And when you get lousy results, what does it do to your brain? You go, see, I told you I couldn't do this. 80% of success in anything is psychology, and 20% is mechanics. Martin Luther King had no idea how when he did his I Have a Dream speech. He gets up there and he gives his vision of how it can be done. He talked about what needs to happen and why. If you can figure out what you want and why you want it, and you get strong enough reasons that'll drive you late at night, it'll get you up early in the morning, then it becomes how the rich get richer, how the happy get happier, how the healthy get healthier. It's momentum. We change our focus by asking better questions. What is it in your life that you're proud of? Your children, yourself, something you accomplished, you did. Focus on that moment you're proud of. How do you breathe when you feel really proud? If you focus on what you want, life has probabilities, there's no guarantees, but you increase them when you change your state. The biggest problem people have is they think they're not supposed to have any. And problems are the fuel for growth. So I think the first thing is this misnomer that if I have a problem, there's something wrong with me or my life. And I think the second one is this delusion we've sold people on that getting what you want is gonna make you happy. But then there's fulfillment. And fulfillment is living what you're made for. I think the biggest challenge people have, and the reason they're not able to respond to challenges, they're just thinking about themselves, and it's not that hard to meet your own needs. And it's nobody's fault. I mean, these little things in our pocket, these little mini computers we used to call phones, they're constantly conditioning you to instantly get what you want. And that's not how human relationship works, and it's sure as hell not how you build a business. It's not a straight line. If you go to nature, you will not see a straight line unless a human built it. Look at anybody who's the best in the world at what they do, and you go, aren't they lucky? But if you actually study them, you'll see they're doing things, they're practicing in private things that make them certain in public, and they get rewarded for what they do in public. And you gotta do the same. Unless you expand your identity, change is temporary. Like when someone says to me, I've stopped smoking, it's been 8 days. Why are you counting? So you can tell people how long you lasted this time? Unless you expand your identity, you're gonna basically keep where you are. You might improve a little or not, you might go up and down a bit, but you're gonna stay within a realm. If you're gonna have an explosive breakthrough to another level, physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, then we gotta not only give you the tools, we gotta shift that internal sense of who you really are and have you find that you are more than anything that's ever happened to you. That you can handle whatever shows up, even if it's incredibly scary or uncomfortable. Free yourself from the chains of your past. I'm not saying your past doesn't matter, but listen, my mother, I tell people this all the time, and it's the truth. If my mother had been the mother I wanted her to be, the mother she should have been, I would not be the man I'm proud to be today. If the people around you said all the things you thought they should have, if they had just not been toxic, if they'd encouraged you, you wouldn't have any muscle. And right now you don't have any muscle because you're using that as an excuse, if you're thinking that. And I'm not attacking you, I'm calling to you because I know you're more, otherwise I'd just keep my mouth shut. You've been hypnotized by a culture of weakness. Your growth is the only limit to your happiness. If you're not happy, you're not growing in some area. What you have to do is become stronger than any of it so you're free. Freedom comes from growth. Freedom does not come from control. Early in my life, I developed this belief that life is calling not to give me something, life is calling for me to bring something to life. It's a purpose larger than yourself that keeps you going. If it's only to meet your own needs, you will drop back into your comfort zone. I think before you answer what to do, you gotta answer why you're there.
What human beings can do is amazing. What they will do is usually disappoint.